There is so much going on with the Neopets website that you may not know where to start, or what you can even do for fun. Well, I'm going to show you how you can enhance your experience on Neopets with some external websites and tips I picked up. Stay tuned! Hey guys, ModestNeko here. Welcome to the Cat Clan. If this video ends up being helpful, leave a like and share. If you're new, subscribe for more entertaining videos and tutorials. Bat at the bell icon so you don't miss anything. Playing Neopets as a kid, I never really knew what to do or how to find anything I needed most of the time. Luckily, there's some sites out there that are lifesavers. Please note that to do some of these features and to fully enjoy the site, you need to use a computer and Google Chrome and enable Flash when needed. However, you can still use the site and do these daily events on mobile as well. I'll cover that later in the video. Also, I'll try and cover everything as briefly but in-depth as possible and show you how to easily look up other aspects you're curious about. Now, let's get right into the tutorial. So the website you're going to want to go to that'll help you out the most is thedailyneopets.com. Easy enough to remember, but I'll still leave a link in the description. So go up here to where it says Dailies, click that. And I'm going to go ahead and quickly run through these, and I'll come back to the more complicated ones afterward. So scroll down. As you can see here, you have your Crossword Puzzle, Daily Puzzle. I'll come back to that. If you're new in the game and have less than 3,000 Neo points, you can do the Soup Kitchen, but most likely you're not going to need that because you have everything else that you need. So whenever you click one of these, it will... For one, once you hover over it, you can see how often you can do it, like if it's once a day, once a month, 3 times a day, or whatever. And once you click it, it'll actually go ahead, open up a new tab, and bring you right to where you need to go on the site. Oh, my poor baby's hungry. I'll need to feed you soon. So just scroll down, grab some jelly. And this one seems to not need flash, so that's a good one there. So you can just close the window and come back here to the next one. Giant omelet. And then grab some omelet and get a nice smiley face one there. So you keep going with this, get interest at the bank. With the bank, you're going to want to keep upgrading your account to as high as you can. So once I get to 500,000, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade because it tells you how much that you need on each of these to be able to upgrade your account, because then your interest will raise as well. But it also raises depending on how much money you have in it. Anyway, you want to get your daily interest. You can go ahead and check the money tree, see if there's anything worthwhile there. Sometimes there'll be Neo points, and sometimes there'll be some neat items, but you got to get them quick. Same with the second-hand shop. A lot of poop here, literally. Wait, what was... Oh, I thought that might actually be a pet, which I didn't think was possible. Anyway, rubbish dump, I usually don't see anything here, but it doesn't hurt to check. Altador prizes, that's only if you're actually a part of that event, which unfortunately I did miss, so we're going to skip that. Go to the shop till. If you have a shop, then this is where you'll see how much money you got in. So I currently have 1,720, so usually it's a good idea just go in, withdraw your money, and you'll get it into your balance. So moving on, the Shop of Offers, the only thing I can see from this is that you get 50 Neo points from the Rich Slorg. Otherwise, I have no idea if anything else is supposed to happen here. And then Trudy's Surprise is the one that you definitely want to do. But with this one, you need to make sure that you have Flash enabled, which usually it's enabled by default. But if you're not on a computer with Chrome, you may not be able to do it. But anyway, just click play. It'll go ahead and do a slot machine thing, but it'll pretty much just give you a set amount of Neo points or items every day. And this game is best to do with a login chain, because it'll gradually give you more and more until you get to the point where you're getting 18,000 Neo points a day. And then by the end of the 25 days, you actually get 100,000 Neo points, and then it goes ahead and resets. But you also get some prizes as well that you can sell or do whatever you want to. So they have some of their favorite games. If you're into the games, you have your monthly freebies, which once a month, as it says, you get like food for each Neopet that you own, plus some Neo points. You can feed your pets at Movie Central. Let's go ahead to the Obsidian query. Go ahead and get this. So a lot of these I'm not going into are ones that either I can't do yet or I don't usually do. The ones I'm clicking are the ones I do each day. So Bob for apples. Either nothing happens or you get a random apple you can eat, or sometimes you get other items. Anchor management. You can get the Forgotten Shore pieces with this. You can also get plushies like I got right here, and you can get some other items. So pretty neat thing to do each day. I think you can get doubloons from it, but that I'm not positive, and that helps you be able to train your pets and such. This I'll come back to because it's more complicated. The battleground, if you can figure out the correct time to actually get into this, which it shows it up here, oh, the next truce is in 2 hours, 51 minutes. If you can figure out when to get into that, great. But usually when I go into here, I can't do anything because it's just not in the point where I can do it. But if you get to it, then great. I'm sure there's a lot of reward you can do for it. So Grave Danger is once you get a pet, any pet. They'll give you some items after adventuring for a certain amount of time. So I still need to name this guy. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and adventure with Mirage. And it says, are you sure you want to send Mirage on a dark and dangerous adventure? But it's not dark and dangerous. I don't think there's anything that can harm your pet. So, and it'll go ahead and do that for 9 hours, 52 minutes. So basically a 2-time daily event, but I usually end up just doing it daily. And then Kiko Pop. This is probably going to get super loud, so I do apologize for that. Now this is one of those games where right now you see that it's not working great. So what you want to do here is go up here where it says not secure in Chrome. Click here, and where it says ask default for Flash, go ahead and click it and say allow. Click X or outside here, and it'll say to reload the page. You reload the page, and here you are. Click easy and effortless, or you can try the others. Click the balloon, reveal your prize, and I got PJs. Cool. So that's all for that one. And Charity Corner only goes on for a certain amount of time, so once you're able to get into that, great, because that's where you can donate items and get some neat perks for it, but unfortunately I missed that. Altador Cup, same thing, ended up missing it. I usually avoid the wheels, because for the most part you can buy the stuff you get from these with money, or Neo points. So the only reason I could see to play them is if you just want to play them, or if you want to get custom avatars from them. But otherwise, they can make your pet sick. So I got an illness from one of these that took forever to cure. So I've stayed away from the wheel since then. Anyway, moving on. Going to Tombola. This can just... Well, sometimes it's closed, but when it's not closed, you go ahead and draw a ticket, and you either get a booby prize or you get an actual item. Just little free stuff here and there. So Snow Wager, when you're scrolling over this, it actually shows you what times a day it's available. So it's 9:15 for me, it's not available now, so I'm going to go ahead and miss that. Skip that, sorry. So all of these you can do if you want, but I usually just avoid them. Deserted Tomb. This one is sort of risky, but not too much. You may just lose some health points, but you just go ahead and click the first option as you're going through. And sometimes you'll find something, sometimes you won't. Like right now I didn't find anything, but I also didn't get injured, so just go ahead and leave. And then you go to the fruit machine. And spin, spin, spin! So, these are just some neat things you can do each day. There's obviously more you can do, but yep, so I didn't get anything, that's alright, because it still gave me a chance. Cult Sand Shrine. Sometimes this can give you more health, it can give you some Battle Dome stats, or it can gain a level like I got right here. So it's all randomized on what you can get there. But it's usually pretty helpful to do it. Deadly Dice, this has it to where you can gain a level or lose a level. It's a wager, and I guess there's a way you can do it to where once he's awake between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m., I guess it's like on every even number when it's like 5 seconds before it's about to switch to a odd number. Actually, I think it's the opposite. It's an odd number about to switch to an even number. Then you'll be able to win each time, but don't quote me on that. Look up Deadly Dice, and it'll tell you exactly how to do it. But I usually find it better to get levels in other ways. So moving on to Krillidor Meteor. Take a chance. There's no actual chance here. It either does nothing or gives you something. Just poke the meteor with a stick. That's the only thing you can do. And I got a book. Cool. Moving on. The name is way too long to pronounce. The discarded magical blue Grundo plushie of prosperity, or just Grundo plush. Talk to the plushie, and sometimes you'll find Neopoints, sometimes you'll find an item, sometimes nothing will happen, but nothing bad will happen either. I usually don't take risks on here. Maybe that's a bad thing, but I just prefer saving up money, having the safe gameplay, because a lot of the risky plays usually aren't worth it. So I didn't get anything there, so what I usually do is I click on my active Neopet here. Oh, apparently I have a Battle Dome Challenger. Okay, well, go away, because I'm not fighting you. So, make another pet active, click X, click on the underwater fishing again, because each pet can fish for something, although I'm having horrible luck right now. Is it because they're hungry? Perhaps. Although, my Aisha isn't that hungry, so I don't know what that reason is. But maybe I'll get something from one of these guys. You can either get food or trash, like right here, which, even though their fishing level gets higher, it still seems like they get trash. Hide and seek you can do until your pet refuses to play, and you can get some Neopoints that way, but I just kind of got bored of that. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Basically, thing. it's a golden thing. Anyway, you need to click to enable Flash Player, allow, and it's going to be really loud, so I apologize for that. It's going to refresh, and you start the game. Drops the little beetle thing, or scarab. Okay, drops the scarab, and sometimes you can win. I've won this once so far in the month or so I've played it, and I got some Neo Cash, and so I was able to buy a custom background, so that was pretty cool. Lunar Puzzle I'm going to come back to, because again, it's more complicated. Potato counter. Just go ahead and get some potatoes counted. Okay, I counted 36. I may or may not be wrong. Okay, cool. Don't suck at math as much as I thought. Okay, so Forgotten Shore you can't do until you get all the pieces. I've got about 7 out of 9, which you can find either at like the money tree. You can probably buy them, or you find them with the anchor management. So once I get to that, I'll be able to help you more with the Forgotten Shore, but for now, I'm not really sure how to do it. Healing Springs is if your pet gets injured, or if you just want health potions or whatever, then you can go ahead and go there every 30 minutes. So if your pet has an illness, just keep trying to cure it that way. Smuggler's Cove, you need to use doubloons to pay for the stuff, which is their currency. Usually there's nothing in Smuggler's Cove. Go into the garage sale. It looks like there's nothing there at first, but you gotta click there, where it says click here. See if there's anything that interests you. So far I haven't found anything really. Go to Buried Treasure. Play for 300 Neo points, just pick a random spot, and I won 500 Neo points. Nice. So usually, most of the time you'll lose, sometimes you'll win something, sometimes you'll win a big prize. So the rest of these, like I choose these 3, but the rest of these, in my opinion, are not really worth it. Because they're all betting, or these ones are just rip-offs, basically. Cheese Roller you can do for fun if you want. Bargain Stocks, that's just a shortcut to get to another feature I'm going to show you. Food Club, I haven't really gotten into that, but I think that there's a whole system on how to do that if you want to look into it. And most of these other ones are just random games or whatever. Fairy Caverns is worth noting though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And the direction you go doesn't matter, so it leads to a dead end, so sometimes you'll get to the place, sometimes you won't, but it only costs like 400 Neo points, yeah, so it's really not too bad. So moving on, I wouldn't suggest anything in here either. Like, you don't want to chance your pet being eaten. Oh, Simohole, actually, I will suggest this because all you do is just go in. It doesn't even matter what option you choose. You go in and maybe you get something, maybe you don't, but it says on here that you can do it every hour, so that's pretty cool. But everything else, aside from maybe pirate training, if you want to go ahead and get your pets some level ups, go to courses. And I already raised my pets different levels, then that's about it. But you need doubloons for that, and one thing that I found out here is that you need the exact doubloon. Like, if you have 5, it's not like you have 5 cents and you can spend, like, it 5 times. No, if it's a 1 doubloon cost, you have to have the 1 doubloon. It's kind of frustrating, but it's whatever, and I guess that would help for Battle Dome. But other than that, everything else just kind of random stuff that you can look into if you're interested. You can also go ahead and click on the search here and type in whatever name it is that you're curious about. So, that being said, let me go ahead and get into the more complicated ones. So the first one we're going to go back to is the Mysterious Neg Cave. So, I'm going to go ahead and come up to search and type in Mysterious Neg Cave. And Mysterious Neg Daily, that's where I need to go to for that, and then go to Neg Puzzle Solver. So that one's a little harder to get to, but you put in the page source here, so once you go back to the Mysterious Neg Cave, what you'll need to do is anywhere that's not on here, just like up in the white, whatever. Oh, it looks like you can type it on it, whatever. But either way, you right click and go to View Page Source. And this whole crazy thing will come up. Just Control A, or I think on Mac it's like Command A, and then Control C, and that'll copy it, or just right click and copy. And then you go over to Puzzle Solver and Control V, or paste, solve, and it'll go ahead and give you the thing to solve it. Now this isn't 100% accurate, but it'll work most of the time. So then you just go ahead and fill it out. The way that you fill it out is, so let's say this one says the fire and square spinny thing. I don't know what these are called. So you say, you click the red, click this, and then click this area here. And that's how you keep doing it to solve each of them, is then you have this one, so then you just click this, move over here, then you have that one. I'll get back to you once I solve this. Alright, so once you get this filled out, just kind of double check, make sure that it's the same, and then submit. And it's correct, so you go ahead and get that fresh bamboo chair for your Neo home. Next one that's a little more difficult, just because it requires the page source again, is the Lunar Puzzle. So go ahead, go to Lunar Puzzle. Yeah, this search bar is a godsend, so you can find anything that you need to for this. So Lunar Temple Puzzle. What it says that you need to do is you need to do Control F after you do your page source and find where it says Frulador. So, anywhere on here, or I guess in the whites outside of this area is where you need to do it. Go to View Page Source, Control F, that'll bring up the find, and you type in angle. And where it says angle Frulador, so right here, not where it says angle Neopia, Frulador, it says 4. So then you go back to this page here where it says the answer's 4. Where it says that the angle is 0 to 11. So since it said 4, the angle is 0 to 11, the answer is 1. Come down here. Number 1 is full moon. So then once you come back here, go to where it says full moon. Make sure again that that's the correct one. And you got the correct answer there. Perfect. So some may view this as cheating, but honestly, I don't know. I don't know how you would solve it any other way. There's probably other ways to solve it, but that's the best way I find to do that. So, I had skipped the Crossword Puzzle and the Daily Puzzle before. If you go to this after midnight, like directly after midnight, it most likely won't be updated. but if you do it later in the day, before midnight, then it'll usually be correct. So the best way to figure this out so you don't go through the whole crossword puzzle and find out it's wrong is look for this answer. So it says lemon is the answer for this. Click play and go into where it says the daily puzzle, and if lemon's there, then you know that that it's up to date for that day. So go ahead, get your 250 Neopoints, and then you can go into the Fairyland crossword puzzle. Start today's puzzle. And now what you want to do is go ahead and start on across, then go to down. So let's do press 5 across. Like, you got to click on them first. That's how you got to do it. And then the word, look it up, it's mint. So you type in mint and then say go. It'll load and it'll go ahead and automatically put it in there. So then next, Neo blocks. And you just keep doing it like that until you get the whole puzzle filled out. You know, if you can type it. So I'm having trouble typing it for some reason. But I'll get back to you once I finish this puzzle. Alright, once you fill out the puzzle, go ahead and finish that, and it'll automatically tell you that you won the 600 Neopoints. So, closing out of that. Before I show you the last feature, just wanted to mention that once you scroll all the way down here, and again, you're welcome to check out any of this, but once you scroll all the way down here, it gives you tips and tricks on how to make 100,000 plus Neopoints every day. So it'll tell you like how many times you can play these games, a certain score you can make, basically the most optimal games you can play to make the most Neopoints. So if you have time to play these games, or you happen to really enjoy any of them, then great, that's the perfect way that you can make them the Neopoints for that. But the last thing that I'm going to show you before I show you the mobile site that you can use for this is the stock portfolio. So yeah, Neopets has a stock market. Yeah. So these are the stocks I currently have. Current price. Ooh, this one is close. So what they say is you want to buy at 15,000 Neopoints, and you want to sell at, I guess it's supposed to be like 60. So when this amount gets to 60, that's when you want to sell. So what you can do to find these 15 price Neopoint ones is go to the home page on here, do view page source, Control F, and 15. Whoop, that is a 5. Because 15 is the cheapest price you can buy them for. And I usually go up from the bottom because there's a lot of angle stuff you got to get through and the width of things and saying Neopoints. So now here's where you can find it. It says that Fish, Drew, Chips, that those are the ones that are, or CHPS, whatever, that those are the ones that are 15. And they are plus 0, but that's fine. They're not negative, whatever. I already have Fish. Feeling good about Chips. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this and go to buy. That was CHPS. And it's preferable that you buy 1,000 stocks, and that'll be 15,000 Neopoints. So get that out of the bank, earn it from other places, whatever. Go ahead and buy shares. And now I have Chips in here somewhere. Yep, Chips. So now I just gotta wait for it to go along, and I can probably put the rest of my Neopoints in the bank. But before I end, actually, I'm gonna show you my shop. Some quick things you can do with it. Usually what I end up doing is, usually what I end up doing is just like, oh, something hasn't sold, so I'll just bring it down like 10 or whatever, and then I'll start bringing it down 100 once I get to that point. Just random ways that I can bring the price down to, if the thing isn't selling, to hopefully get it to sell more. Because as you saw at the beginning of the video, I had a decent amount in my shop till, so I'm still selling items and such. However, there's actually a way to see what you should price these items. So if I go into my quick stock, see what it is from my inventory that I want to stock. Let's see, how much free space did I have? I have 30. So wow, I actually got rid of a lot of my items. So just as a quick example, I'm going to stock, let's see, most of these, but I do want to keep some things for food, and some other things don't even need to be gotten rid of. So this actually needs to go in my closet. Everything else with this seems fine. The boot can be just discarded and shed for the Neo home, and then this. So I'm gonna go ahead and stock everything, and then go back to the shop, and this is the way that you can tell what everything's worth pretty quickly. So let's do copy on Blue Bike, and here is another site that is super helpful. items.jellyneo.net. I'll go ahead and link that in the description as well. So then it has the name of the item. Go ahead and paste that, Blue Bike, and it'll tell me that the current value for it is 1,100 Neo points. Now most likely that price is going to go down as demand calls for it, but that's the best way I've found to be able to get a starting price that I can start from and keep going down from. So Ultra Bubble Beam, oh that's 16, okay. Go ahead and do it from that, and keep going down with the prices, and then update, and anything that you haven't updated will go ahead and not be shown in your shop front. So the item database on here can also help you price things such as the paintbrushes. So if you're interested in painting your Neopet, this is how you can tell like what the prices would be for that, and you can look up specific paintbrushes. Actually, I think that I did that wrong. I think it needs to have the space. Yeah, so here's all the paintbrushes. You can see what their current value is in the shop and if it'd be affordable for you. You can also check what your pets would look like in these certain colors, or the colors available to them, by going to Explore, Map of Neopia, and going to the hamburger. Hamburger's like their main place, whatever. Wait for it to load, and go to the rainbow pool. And this is where you can see all Neopet colors, and you'll have a drop down menu here where you can search for it. So like I wanted to see Aisha, go ahead and click submit, and I can see all the different Aisha colors. So I just click on these, and it'll show me like, oh, which one do I want to try and save for with it. So that's the neat thing that you can do there. And also you can go to different site called Dress to Impress. Go ahead and just look up Neopets Dress to Impress. Alright, so go to Dress to Impress and figure out which one you want to go for. So let's say I want to go for a Blue Akara. And if this isn't showing up, then as usual you go to the top here and say Flash, Allow, Reload, all that. You can choose if you want to be female, male, different moods. You can choose the different paintbrushes here, and you can search for items. So say I'm searching for a collar. So then it'll show me everything that has a result of collar in it. I could say if it contains it, doesn't contain it. I could say if I don't want any Neocache items, I only want Neopoint items. And then if you click, you can say to wear it. That'll just test it. I can unwear it. And I can also like keep stuff in the closet, don't keep it in the closet, everything like that. So this is just a different way you can plan outfits for your Neopets, plan different backgrounds and everything, and see what you want to save up for. So last but not least, I'm going to show you how to do this on mobile. So I'll go ahead and link it in the description as well, but it's neomob.neocities.org. And this has some of your general stuff, Neo Mail, Neo Boards, your inventory, because sometimes the inventory is hard to get to when you're on mobile. You can also do it on PC, as you can see, but it's mostly designed for mobile because I still prefer the other daily Neopet site for PC. So you can still do this, click on Jelly, get to the Jelly place, get to wherever it is that you need to on all these. And it has most of them listed. You can just keep pressing back at the Neo Mob area and go here. And once you get to it on the mobile site, you may either need to click a back arrow or just X out of it to get back to this area. But this is the best way to be able to play it on mobile if that's the only option that you have. But again, to fully enjoy it, it's best if you play it on PC with Chrome. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, there's a lot more that you can do in here. There's so many different locations, so many different places to explore, and so many different things on here that you can do as well. But this gives you a good place to start and a good thing that you can do each day to get yourself into the site and to save up some more money. I mean, I'm already at like 300,000 Neo points. I've only been playing for a little over a month, so you can do pretty well with it, and I plan on getting brushes for my pets. If you want to add me on Neopets, it's ModestNeko with a 0 at the end instead of an O. Go ahead, send me a friend request. Let me know in the comment section who you are so that I know to friend you back. If this video helped you out, please leave a like, share it. If you're not part of the Cat Clan yet, go ahead and pounce on that subscribe button, bat at the little bell so you don't miss any new videos. Have a great day, and keep the claws sharp. Bye!
Like a Hellcat.